And we're back, and this is the 2013 Holiday This Week's Releases special.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have Chewbacca and his family here.
I wish we did.
Crunchy, Itchy, and whatever their names were.
As always, I wish we were more technology savvy so we could have it in the background.
Or we could have it just this week's releases.
We have a green screen behind us and it'll just be playing the Star Wars thing behind it.
We'll have Carrie Fisher sing for us.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen that, and I know everyone that reads comics has at least heard of the Star Wars Holiday Special, but if you have never checked it out, it's 2 hours, which first of all is insanely long. But it is...
Boba Fett's in it though?
That's not a bad cartoon. That's actually pretty cool. But there's some weird stuff, like B. Arthur as a bartender at the cantina. It's good, clean family trash.
That's a Star Wars Christmas special, by the way. I don't think you actually said that.
Yeah. No, I mentioned the Star Wars Holiday Special. I don't know. And they don't celebrate Christmas either. They celebrate Life Day.
Well,
Life Day.
They don't have a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Jesus wasn't there.
Yeah. The Wookiees don't have Jesus, but we do, and that's why we celebrate Christmas and other holidays because we don't want anyone to feel bad. But we have a lot of comics.
Christmas is the only holiday next week.
That is true.
Festivus is the 23rd, dude.
Yeah. Boxing Day.
I don't want to discriminate, but Boxing Day is not really like a religious holiday.
And here goes the Canadians.
I mean, it's a holiday.
It's a holiday.
You said no holidays.
Isn't it just where you give veterans their Christmas gifts?
No, literally it was when you box stuff up to take it back or something.
Yeah.
It was something weird.
Yeah, it was.
If you know, leave a comment and tell us.
It's a commercial holiday. And also, people from Nerdspan, if you're curious back here about who this strange fella is, from our Secret Life of Comic Book Days, this here is T.J. McDonald, former co-host and friend of the Video Cast weekly treat. So,
actually, I got something better for Boxing Day. Boxing Day is when employers...
This is why it's not on the podcast anymore.
Employers would give gifts to their servants the day after Christmas.
There you go.
And if we had more comics to talk about, we would not. we would stop him. But really, it's a short week. But it should be because everyone's busy. People aren't going to be out. More likely than not, the shop that you buy your comics at, unless it's in your pocket or on your iPad, it's going to be closed. So, it's a skimpy week, but for a skimpy week, there's good stuff.
Well, theoretically, they come out on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah. But, like, Comics, for instance, I will not be here. The textbook guys will be here, so if you do want to come in 9 to 12 on Christmas Eve, feel free. And
especially if your comic shop is independent, more likely than not, they're probably going to be closed on Christmas Eve.
But the 26th, everybody should be back open.
Yeah. So there is still stuff coming out, but it is going to be from your major publishers. Dark Horse is ducking out of Christmas this year. Or no, we just not order anything from Dark Horse.
I don't think Dark Horse said anything.
Yeah. So
I could be wrong.
So
we certainly didn't get any.
So we got 2 from Marvel, 2 from DC, and 1 from IDW and Image apiece. And I really think, and since we're not really doing picks of the week this week, just because there's not much to talk about. If I had to pick a pick of the week, I think mine would be the IDW Doctor Who special. But let's let Mara talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that first off. The last IDW Doctor Who comic. It's pretty nice. It almost feels like a tiny trade. Very great cover.
That's how they've always done their yearly annuals or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it feels great, and you're paying $7.99 for it. So.
Oh, and there's a cover gallery. That's nice.
There's a nice multi-page cover gallery, except they don't have the variants, or at least
I don't think they have.
Yeah,
they don't have all the variants. I see a lot of cover A's.
The one that I own is not in there.
I have the first IDW Doctor Who comic.
So do I.
And they also have the Prisoners of Time cover gallery. So if you're just interested in further celebrating Doctor Who on Christmas, you may want to pick this up and kind of get a feel for what a Doctor Who comic book is, or.
But not a comic book from IDW because that's their last one.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Titan Books will be picking them up next.
Yes.
And IDW has done Doctor Who well. I mean, they've been the comic book publisher ever since the resurgence of Doctor Who in 2005. I think they came out with their comics in 2006, 2007, something like that.
And their comics are pretty good about...
They started pretty late in David Tennant.
Yeah,
stuff,
David Tennant.
But Yeah, they've all been pretty good.
Yeah, and they really feel like the show to me.
You might have to sit up.
Like when I was reading bits and pieces of it, and they would do about 3 issues for one whole story, and then maybe a 2-issue story and a 1 issue. So it was very episodic.
My favorite story arc that IDW put out was Joshua Fialkov when the Doctor went to, basically it was the period of time that Casablanca, the movie, was. And they bumped into Humphrey Bogart and stuff like that. That was one of my favorite series, but enough reminiscing, I guess.
From Image, we have a #1 issue from James Robinson and J-Bone, The Saviors, which I haven't read, but Brian did, and he said it has kind of a nice B-movie comedy feel to it. And it's in black and white. It's kind of cartoonish looking.
Yeah, J-Bone trained with Darwin Cook, so it's very Darwin Cook looking.
Yeah. So it might be something interested if you're looking for something new to pick up. It's a #1 issue, so really easy to jump in and get a feel for it. So that's what I've got.
Awesome. Well, I guess it's time to go over to DC. Now we got 2, if you're not interested in the Forever Evil storyline, well then you're not going to really like this week. But we got Justice League and Forever Evil. I guess Forever Evil number 4 of 7. So I guess we're halfway through that story arc. Lex Luthor going to take the crime syndicate down. Oh, wow. Saw something that would probably spoil something. This is, I love flipping through and finding something really cool about a book I'm not really interested in, and then looking at one panel, and I'm like, all right, now I need to read that.
I want to see.
It totally... check out Batman in there. You'll know what I'm talking about when you find it. And it's gimmicky, but I think it's pretty sweet.
This art is atrocious.
Hater.
Anyway, Justice League, it looks like we have Power Ring fighting Sinestro, so that should be a good time for all. But that's, of course, on the cover. If it actually happens in the comic, it may not.
That's true. Cyclops did not kiss X-23 last week.
Right. I was reading that and I was like...
They kind of have a vibe going, though.
It better happen now, right? You do have a Smodcast advertisement.
No, tell them Steve Dave advertisement, not even just Smodcast.
Yeah, I thought you'd have Batman on Batman in there. But I guess
they did Smodcast last week, and I think the week after they're doing SL Comics and maybe Fat Man on Batman.
Very cool.
Because I listen to some of those podcasts.
I only listen to the one. But no, like I said, I know that some people are really eating up the storyline, and it's not terrible. I just kind of want to wait to read it when it's collected. But you are getting, it looks like, the origin of Power Ring, and he has been a sympathetic character within this storyline. So if you are interested in Power Ring and want to know a little bit more about him and see how those parallels with Green Lantern, if they equal up, well, check out Justice League. You'll have yourself a good time.
Okay.
Let's go to Marvel.
You ready for some Marvel? We got 2 big comics from Marvel. First up, Avengers number 24.1 now, point whatever.
Just point.
Which, if you're talking value, that might be the most valuable book because of the bonus stuff.
That's true. If you get the digital stuff, you do get this and the first trade paperback digitally. But
cool.
This is the beginning of the next storyline after Infinity. So things are happening and stuff.
Yeah. Things are happening.
And stuff, dude.
Yeah.
They did kick Wolverine off the team, though, because he doesn't have his powers anymore.
What? Really?
Yep.
He's been without him for a while.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know
Captain America specifies they're talking about it, and he says they're benching Wolverine because his powers are messed up.
Let me guess how much Wolverine likes that.
I don't think Wolverine's even in the comic book.
Oh, really?
So did they bench Wolverine because they're about to kill him? And
No.
they just want to keep it out of the storyline?
No, but his powers are screwed up.
No, I mean, isn't he going to die in the Marvel Universe?
I mean, it'll be hard to do a Wolverine in the X-Men comic book if he's dead.
Yeah.
Sure would.
Pretty sure he's not going to die. But I don't think they're going to give his powers back. I think it's what's going to end up. But, speaking of Wolverine, we've got Origin 2, number 1. This is the sequel to Origin, obviously. And it's got a wacky acetate cover, like I believe Origin 1 did. Spoilers, there's Mr. Sinister.
Did Quesada do that cover?
I don't think he did. No, Adam Kubert did.
Okay. Did he do the first cover?
Probably. I don't remember. But it was like this, where it was the hand, I think. It was just the hand, I think, coming up with bone claws, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the first times I've really seen bone claws. So, Wolverine fights Bear. And that's pretty much that issue.
It's
But it's really pretty.
If you want a sweet moment out of this one, Thor barbecues.
That is true. They have a party, a rap party.
Yeah. And Hulk carries 3 big plates of, hot dog weenies on both hands and his head. So that's a good time for all.
It's beautiful.
Yep. So, all in all, like I said, no picks of the week because, well,
there's 6 comics.
There's 6 comics. I mean, you could easily buy all of these. Granted, you are paying a little bit extra for Avengers, and probably a little bit extra for.
Yeah, I think that's 5 too. I think they're both $4.99.
But still, you're gonna get good stuff with it. And like we said, you get the first trade of Avengers when you buy Avengers. So that's good. That's good. Whoop. Sorry, soda pop. TJ, which of these comics are you excited about?
The Saviors.
Saviors. James Robinson.
I really
Fantastic
like Darwin Cook, so.
Right on.
Nice.
It's not Darwin Cook, but that's cool.
Good
That's
enough.
close.
I mean, Darwin Cook's not Bruce Timm, but.
Alright.
No, he's not. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I guess it's time to go unwrap some presents because theoretically, this is Christmas Eve when this is posting, and
you want to put it out before Christmas Eve because Christmas Eve is when comics come out, so you need to put it out.
this is Christmas Eve when we were
Monday
posting
night.
this. Yeah. So
Just remember, everybody, gobble till you wobble.
well, that's Thanksgiving. And that was last year.
What a fool.
But no, boys and girls, I hope that every one of you, no matter what you celebrate, have a great holiday season, and I hope you're spending it with people you like and comics you enjoy.
Why are you warning on Christmas, dude? Just say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We don't want O'Reilly coming after us.
Where are we, Brian?
I don't think I have to respond to you, TJ.
Brian, why don't you tell the boys and girls, what, are you offended by that? It's
It is Matt's.
we've invited you without, anyway.
Dude, the one you hosted, I screwed up, so.
Brian, can you tell the boys and girls right now where this uncomfortableness is coming from?
We're at Conway Comics in Conway, Arkansas. 255 Ferris Road, right behind.
The good old,
Go
very
UCA.
into
UCA.
USA.
Whatever. We are in the USA.
Everyone's holidaying abroad this year. Well, from nerdspin.com, I'm Matt Wood.
I'm Mara Wood.
I'm Brian Keown.
I'm TJ.
And like I said, guys, have a very great holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. And we will see you before 2014.
And gobble till you wobble.
And we will have our year in review.
And there's a Festivus for the rest of us, dude.
Festivus for the rest of us. And a Merry Christmas.